Hello guys, and welcome back to another booktube video, and it is also my first reading vlog video. So I'm excited and a little nervous because I haven't filmed one of these before, but we're gonna kind of just, you know, do it together, see how it goes. I know my Christmas decor is still up, but granted, I am filming this at the very start of January, even though this video is gonna come up a little bit later. Also, it makes me sad to take this down, and we are moving soon, so I don't really see a point until we start moving, but it's gonna be up in my next few videos. So just, if that makes you cringe, just try to ignore it, okay? The series that we're gonna be reading for today's reading vlog is the Inheritance Game series. I am late to the game, no pun intended, but I have heard great things about this series. I feel like this is something right up my alley. It's mystery. I know there's a subplot of romance, so I just feel like I'm gonna actually really love this series. And I think the final book came out recently, and well, now it's 2023, but at the end of 2022, I'm pretty sure the third one came out. So I know it's kind of just finalized recently, so I'm not too late to the game. But I'm very excited to read this. Today is Sunday, so I'm going to try to finish this whole series in a week. Don't know if I can do it, but I'm definitely going to try. I am also filming, before I forget, on my brand new camera. This is the first video that I am filming with this camera. So again, we're gonna kind of just go through all this new stuff together. Hopefully it goes well. As far as spoilers, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but what I'm kind of thinking is that this first book, The Inheritance Games, I'm going to do spoiler free so that you can watch this if you haven't read these before, or you can watch some of this if you haven't read these before. But I feel like it's gonna be hard to do spoiler free with the second and third book, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna go. But I will prompt on this video like what I decide to do so that you know if you want to click off. Either I'm gonna do just this one spoiler free or all of it spoiler free. But what I'm thinking right now is just this one spoiler free. But again, I'll prompt as we go. I'm gonna be updating you guys as I read this book, giving you my thoughts on it, and just gonna try to create a really cozy environment for this reading vlog. Again, it is Sunday. I have been cleaning the house. I'm in sweats. My hair is air dried. I don't have makeup on, but I really want it to be just as if we were cozying up and reading together. And yeah, that's all really I'm gonna do the rest of the day. I don't have much else to do besides going to get my groceries later, but that's about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started reading the Inheritance Games. Okay, I don't have much of an update right now because I'm literally only on page 12 right now, but I don't know why. I mean, I guess I know why, but errors in books, I just don't know how that happens. And I'm on page 12 and this is a huge error. Like, it's supposed to say your, but it says you, and like I know it's supposed to say your. And I just feel like every time I find an error in a book, I can't stand it, because how many people read this before it's published and then errors go out? Like, there was a book I read, I think it was a Christmas book, and there were so many errors. Like, even quotes that weren't supposed to be there were there, or when someone was talking they forgot one of the quotes but ended it with a quote. Like, how does that happen? Like, that just really bothers me. But so far the chapters are really short, so that's helping me get through it fast, and I'm enjoying it so far. There's already like you know, it's already started interesting. It's not like one of those really slow start books. So I'm liking it so far, but seeing an error just really bothers me. And if there's errors throughout this whole book, that is not gonna make me like love this book, because I just feel like that's just not great writing or editing or something. Anyway, I don't know if that's just me that it bothers so much, but I just don't understand how. But I'm gonna keep reading. It's good so far, and I will keep you guys updated. Okay, so it's just a few minutes later, but basically already I'm on page 16. I literally just read a few more minutes, but she just got told that she is inheriting some money from Tobias Hawthorne, and she just got told by, I'm pretty sure I already know this, but one of the love interests in this book. And the way they described him, I don't know. He seems very interesting so far. And I really like that Avery, they're kind of describing her as like kind of feisty and very like sharp edged, like in how she acts, but also like that that's very natural for her and she doesn't really see herself as that way. So I don't know. I kind of already like her character as well just so far. But yeah, she already got told about the inheritance on page 16. So you can see how quick like this book is going and is interesting. So yeah, I would say it's going pretty well besides that one error. So I'm on page 42, so I thought I would give a little update. I am enjoying this book. I would say it's a little bit different than what I was expecting, but also what I was expecting. So I guess that's kind of good because it keeps it interesting. But Avery has made it to the Hawthorne house now, and I love like the imagery because I really like trying to picture houses specifically. I don't know, when I'm reading books. So that's fun. So she made it to the Hawthorne house and they just read out the will, basically leaving his entire full inheritance and like property, including the Hawthorne house, to Avery, and all the family is there and they're like freaking out, wondering why, and Avery's freaking out because she doesn't know why. So that's really fun and that's really interesting. And again, I'm only on page 42, but this is very like action-packed of stuff that's going on, so it is really fun to read. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading and I'll update you guys more when I know more. Morning guys, it is the next morning. I did read a little bit last night and I was able to get to page 162, which I feel like that's pretty good. I wanted to get a little bit further, but I'm almost halfway, so hopefully I can finish it today. But I thought that I would give you guys an update this morning. It is super early. I have my coffee with me. I haven't even drinking it yet, but I thought while it's like fresh in my mind and before I read more, I would update you guys. So I'm liking it so far. I feel like, I don't know, like I'm liking it, but there's some things about it that I wasn't really expecting. Like the character development kind of stopped right at the beginning. It was very quick, everything was fast paced, and it's still very fast paced. The chapters are super short, so it's helping me get through it very quickly. So it is a quick read, but the character development, if a book like doesn't really have great character development, I don't connect with it as well. But I am enjoying the plot a lot, and basically what's kind of happening right now is Avery is now living in Hawthorne house, and I guess I didn't know this, but she has to live there for a full year or else it breaks like the will or whatever. So she's kind of forced to live there with all the brothers and everything. But she's there right now and she's figuring out that the house has all these like passageways, and she's figuring out that Tobias Hawthorne, who is the one who left her the inheritance, he has like these underlying meanings with everything that he's been doing for a long time. And so she's kind of like figuring that out. I don't want to give too much away because this is spoiler free for this book, but anyway, I am enjoying it, but I feel like a little bit of it is falling flat for me. But I don't know if by the end of this book I will feel like it's kind of come together. So it is currently 7:30 in the morning and I'm gonna start reading for today. I'm on page 162. I would like to finish it today, like I said. I think it has like 370 something pages. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and read a little bit before I go to the gym, and yeah, start my day with some cozy reading. Okay guys, I am on page 240, which is chapter 58. So I'm making pretty good progress. I haven't been able to read that much today. I've been working on another video and editing it, but I am planning on hopefully finishing tonight. Mike is playing Xbox if you hear him like scream. But anyway, I'm on page 240. Basically, my update is that I can't give away too much, but the two brothers that are like a love interest, she has very much been around one of them a lot. And I don't know why, but I have like feelings for the other one for some reason, even though he's a little bit more standoffish. But I don't know, like I feel like he's gonna be better for her. I have no idea. None of them are together, but there's something going on with her and like the other brother, and I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel like something is gonna go wrong with that, but I don't know. But she is doing more challenges, more games to try to figure out why Tobias Hawthorne has given her all the inheritance, and it's starting to get a little dangerous. So that's kind of exciting, but I cannot wait to finish this book and get started on the second one. I'm hopefully gonna finish it tonight, like I said. I will either update you guys tonight or in the morning, because I enjoyed kind of like sleeping on it and then be able to talk to y'all in the morning, because sometimes I stay up late reading and I don't want to like film in the bed with Michael. But yeah, so that's kind of my update for now. I will film a little bit later if I read, or of course I'm gonna read and gonna film. So see you later. Me trying to find an aesthetic shop. So I just finished the Inheritance Games, and it is the next day after the day that I said I would finish it that night. I got too sleepy, so I didn't finish it, but I just finished it today. It is the afternoon the next day, and I enjoyed it. I liked the last third of the book a lot. I would say that the plot was very good, but I felt like it wasn't presented in the way that I kind of thought it was going to be. It could have been put together better, if that makes sense. But right off the bat, I think I would give this book like a 3.5 stars. I feel like I would have rated this book so high, but I don't know why. And I am actually excited to get to the second book, because the way it ended, it obviously ended on a cliffhanger, which I love, and so I'm excited to start the next book, which I will start tonight. It was a really quick read, so that's fun. So if you like books that have really short chapters, then I definitely suggest this book. And I do feel like the riddles and secret messages were more towards the end of the book, so I think that's why I enjoyed it more. And there was some subplot of romance, and I'm excited to see where that goes in the second book too. So that's kind of my update, I guess, on the first book, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the second book. I think I'm gonna try to do no spoilers so that you can watch this. But again, if I decide to do spoilers, I will let you know. But I think I can continue doing this without spoilers. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sorry. You don't like the camera? It's okay. Okay, I have my first update of the Hawthorne Legacy. I'm currently on page 22, and there is more of the love triangle with her and Grayson and Jameson. and I very strongly like Grayson more, and I feel like that is not the majority of what people would say. I think they would like Jameson, but something about him, I don't know, I feel like there's something behind his like actions that I don't like. But it's kind of just continuing with them being back and forth. I like the start of it so far. It's picked up pretty much where the first book left off. Again, it's short chapters. It's action-packed right away. I'm interested to see if there will be more games and like clues and guesses towards the beginning and throughout the whole book, because that's what I really liked about the end of the first book, and I felt like it really waited till the end of the first book to bring that about and kind of make you as the reader play along. So I hope that's kind of throughout this whole book. But I'm on page 22. It's going good. Gonna read a little more tonight and probably read a lot tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I'm currently on page 80, which is chapter 19 of the second book in the Inheritance Game series. I don't want to give away spoilers, so I can't talk too in-depth about it since we're pretty far into the story now. But what I was kind of anticipating in the first book about a big reason of why Avery is in the Hawthorne house is kind of happening in the second book. So I am excited to see kind of how that plays out, because it wasn't quite what I was thinking, but it's still like around that theory. So that was kind of fun to see come to life. And it happened like at the very end of the first book, but now they're kind of like diving deep into that. Still very much hunting around for clues and lots of messages. So it's kind of the same thing, but in different ways with a new goal. I'm still enjoying it. It's still not the best book I've ever read, but there's not errors in this book that I have noticed so far, so that's good. I don't know if I mentioned, but I noticed a few errors in the first book, like word errors, and that just like really bothers me. But I mean, I don't usually rate a book off that, but I don't know if I'd give like a book 5 stars if I saw a bunch of errors. I made a little coffee. I need to show y'all this because look at how cute this little mug set is. I don't want to spill my coffee, but look how cute. I got it off Amazon and there's a bunch of different colors and I just think that is adorable. So I'm gonna sip some coffee and read a little bit more. I might go to Barnes & Noble later because they're having a sale on hardbacks. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about doing that. So I might not just get as much reading in as I thought, but gonna continue reading for now. Okay, so it's the next day and I'm getting some reading in today. I am on page 224, chapter 58, and I wasn't really going to update much more on this book until I'm finished with it because I have like a little over 100 pages left, so I'm hoping to maybe finish it today or in the morning tomorrow. But I don't know if I'm just silly or what, but I'm starting to get confused with like all the family members and how they're connected. I just feel like it keeps going deeper and deeper, and then I'm getting more and more confused on who is who, and I don't really know why and how they're connected, like whether they're a grandparent, aunt, whether it's their own child. If you've read the book, you kind of get what I'm saying, but I just feel like I'm starting to get confused, and it's making me not like it as much. But I'm still enjoying it. Like, it's still good to read. It's not boring by any means, but I just feel like I have to keep rereading stuff to make sure I'm getting it. But then I also just want to keep moving forward to figure out what happens. So that's really the only update, but I'm hoping to finish it pretty soon. Okay guys, I have just finished the Hawthorne Legacy, which is the second book in the series. And today is Friday, and I started the first book Sunday. So I was able to finish the first book today, Friday, and I'm hoping to finish the third one by Sunday night. Hopefully I can do that, and then that will give me like a week of reading this series. But my thoughts on this one, very similar to the first one in the sense of like the amount that I liked it. I might give this one, I think I gave the first one a 3.5 stars. I might give this one a 3 just for the fact of towards the second half of the book, towards the end, there was just so many names thrown at us of like kind of random people involved. And then I think I had mentioned maybe earlier in this vlog, like I was starting to get confused with all the people being thrown in and how they were connected, how they were related to each other, and it just got worse and worse. And I know it's not just me. I feel like other people had to have felt that when reading this book, because I feel like it was just a little bit pushed, you know what I mean, like a little bit trying too hard to make things come together. I feel like this series could be so much better than it is so far. I don't want this whole video to be me bashing this series, because I've enjoyed reading it. I'm not like dreading reading it. I just feel like I thought I was gonna love this series so much more. But maybe the third book will be my little golden egg. Maybe I will like that a lot better than the first and second. But so far, on average, this series gets like a 3.5 stars from me. But if you like riddles and games, it's a fun read, a quick read. But I like that kind of stuff, and I just felt like they could have done better with it. But hopefully the third book pulls things together a little bit better. There's still a love triangle. She still hasn't picked a man. It's starting to kind of go one way with who she's picking. And if she ends up with this person, I just don't know how I feel about that, because the connection, I don't know. I also don't feel very connected to any of the characters because of the writing style. It's very plot heavy and not character driven, which I like both, but I feel like to be connected into a book, I need to be connected to the characters, and I just feel like not connected to the characters. That's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna start the third book later today. I'm about to go to the gym. I may actually bring the third book with me, because I brought this one with me to the gym yesterday, and I read while I was on the treadmill, and I actually really enjoyed that. I wasn't running, I was walking, but I actually really enjoyed that. I thought it would be kind of hard, but it made me walk like a lot longer, so I may do that. But those are my current thoughts. Good morning, guys. It is now Saturday, and I just woke up not long ago, so I apologize for my sleepy looking appearance, but I had some Jesus time this morning, and now I'm gonna read a little bit, because I'm not gonna have a lot of time to read today because it's Saturday and I'm kind of busy, and I still have like 300 pages left of this book, and I want to try to finish it tomorrow. So I'm currently on page 68, and I like the plot a little bit better of this book already, I guess because I'm already like into what's going on, and I've kind of deep into it after 2 books. But there is like one part of this so far that there was like a whole paragraph where Avery was like remembering something that apparently happened, but that never happened. I don't remember that happening. So I don't know if it's going to explain that, or I don't know what's going on there. I like reread that paragraph, because it was like she was thinking back, and then she was like jolted back to present time. And I'm like, where did that thought come from? Maybe she was like dreaming, but it never explained it. So again, a little bit of confusion. I don't like that in books. Obviously, confusion. I like it in thrillers where it's like, you know that they're not giving you all the answers, but you know it's for a reason. But like that, never brought it up again. And that was like 40 pages ago, 50 pages ago. So still trying to figure that one out, but I am enjoying this one still. Gonna try to get some more reading done. Don't know how much I'll be able to do today, but it's kind of a cloudy day, so it's a good reading day.
I need someone to hold my mind. I need someone to hold my mind. When the sun comes down, and when I feel I've
It is a few days later, but I have finally finished the last book in the trilogy, which is The Final Gambit, and I will say that I give this whole series like a 3 stars, a 3.5 stars. That's kind of what I said about all the books, and I feel the same basically about this book as I do about the other books. I will say that this one's plot was more interesting to me, but also it was the most confusing to me with so many different characters and so many different lines of family. If you read this series, I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I know it's not just me that was confused with all the names, how everyone was connected, if they were related, if they weren't related. I just felt like that was the biggest confusion to me. The love triangle did come to an end, so that was exciting to kind of see how that played out, and I feel like that did play out pretty well. The ending was fun. I did like how they ended the book, but this series fell a little bit flat for me based on what I really thought it would be. It was still fun to read, and I know a few people who like give this series a 5 stars and they love these books, so if you want to give it a read, I definitely suggest reading it, but it just fell a little bit flat for me based off of what I just thought it was going to be amazing. I thought it would give it 5 stars, but I gave it about a 3 stars. That's what I would give the whole series. So it was fun, but I am ready to move on to something else. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. This was my first one I filmed, so hopefully it came out good, and I'm excited to be doing more reading vlogs. Comment down below with other books that you guys maybe want me to vlog the process, and I might even start annotating some books, so if I do like a reading vlog, maybe I can also include annotating the books. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.